We are working professionals, and we don't have the kind of time that a lot of people would love to have. A few years ago, I was sitting on the sidelines, a lot of stress, a lot of nervousness, and not really knowing where our life is going and what decision to really make for this. And I can look at myself right now, and I am way more relaxed, more confident of my future in regards to the fact that we made the right decision and selected the right professional as well to make that decision. My name is Amar, and I'm originally from India, but we were living in Melbourne for several years. And then we moved to Sydney in about August 2019. So we are fairly new in Sydney. We do have one property back in Melbourne, and the goal is to actually get away from the 9 to 5 as much as I can. And also, the goal is to actually invest and earn some passive income. When you're earning and your partner have a job, you have money, you accumulate, you save some money into the bank, but the money in the bank is just sitting there and not really working for you. So the whole idea of investing and buying a property was to make that money work for us. For me and my wife, we looked at a few property websites, and the difficult part was there were so many choices. There were so many options, not really knowing where to invest our money, which property, which state, which suburb, and what kind of property we should buy. There were a lot of unknowns for us. And the main thing is that we wanted to be sure that we make the right decision, because buying a property, of course, is a big decision. So that's the reason why I did definitely look into professional help for this matter. It is similar to going for anything else that you do in life. You go to a professional rather than trying to do things yourself when we don't have the knowledge and the expertise to actually do this. So that's the reason why we decided to go to a professional. Rather than putting our time and energy in finding out what the right property is, which we weren't very sure of anyway, even if we did have the data, putting the time and effort to find the correct professional to guide us through and help us make the right decision was more important. I spoke to a few buyer's agents before I spoke to Rasti. When I spoke to Rasti, he actually gave me a lot of confidence because he steered me in the right direction. And he explained to me what the entire process was in a few of the training sessions that I actually had with him. Rasti made sure that he explained to me the finances as well and how things work with the finances. So, including all these aspects, it actually allowed me to make the right decision and choose Rasti and Get Rare properties as a business agency. Our experience working with Rasti right from the beginning has been a very, very good experience. The great point about working with Rasti and Get Rare Properties is right from the beginning, he and his team have actually assisted us making the correct decisions, searching for the properties, showing the properties to us, looking at our finances, to actually helping us make the right decision on buying the property. Rusty and his team guided us right from the get-go, explaining to us that the advantages and the risks in property investing. The reason why we actually decided to go with Rasti and Get Rare Properties is because he actually explained to us and painted us a very true picture of the finances involved and what is possible, what may not be possible. It was a very, very smooth process. He introduced me to a broker. He introduced me to conveyancers, and that was at a later stage, of course. But he introduced me to his entire team that actually assisted me in making my decision. And then when a property did come up, that was an off-market property, he sent it to me and assisted me in making the decision, explaining to me the right reasons to actually go for this property. So that was great, providing the confidence that we actually needed and the direction as well. More than confidence, the direction is what we needed. Doing things on our own, we would not have even known about the property to begin with. And secondly, we would not have had the right direction to actually make this decision that we actually made. Towards the latter part, when we decided to go for the property, that was not the end of the communication. The communication doesn't actually ever end, to be really frank with you. But I can actually say that even when we decided to purchase the property, Rasti and his team were very communicative right throughout in regards to purchasing the right property, but also regarding the right team that helped us get the bank loan. His broker helped us get the bank loan and also got the lawyers involved, the conveyancers to actually help us with the banking and with the property. And eventually we got the property management as well. That was great. It's a second to none support that we received from property management. And absolutely, and we're very, very happy. It's been now more than a year since we actually purchased the property. And it's been several years since myself and Rasti have been communicating on this. The benefits of purchasing this property and going through Rasti and the Get Rare Properties group that we have actually received is that it's been a very, very smooth process. Right from the beginning, we are working professionals and we don't have the kind of time that a lot of people would love to have. So the whole idea and the benefit of purchasing a property through the Get Rare Properties group is that the process has been extremely smooth, and it was 100% our decision to purchase the property with the partnership and support of Get Rare Property Group. That's the main thing. But even after the purchasing the property, the benefit is that you can be completely hands-off and you can be confident that it is actually driven by, of course, in the beginning from Get Rare Property Group, but after that from their partners, which is essentially our real estate agent that's actually managing our property. We visited the property a few times, and the only reason we've actually visited is for our own satisfaction to actually view the property and to view the location. I would also say that the advantages of this is that it is a passive income cash flow that does come into our bank account, and I don't really need to lift a finger to enable this, which is actually a great benefit as well, but also the capital growth that we have received over the last 1 year, which has been brilliant. And I was a bit nervous about the capital growth, but I can tell you my nervousness is not there anymore in regards to the capital growth. So we're very happy overall. These are the benefits, not needing to actually lift a finger to enable this to actually reap the benefits of this purchase. So a quick story over here is I actually met Rasti on a train, and he actually gave me some ideas on the train itself, and we were having a conversation. And I can honestly say that I sat on the sidelines for a long, long time. And I'm sure that a lot of people do sit on the sidelines for a long, long time, but I actually sat on it for probably even longer than I should have. To be really frank, my wife and I were unable to make a decision. But the key is that at this point, I can tell you that we are very, very happy with the decision we made to go down picking a professional rather than doing it ourselves. And then the second step was, picking the right professional to actually get the job done, essentially. So for those who are unable to make that decision as to how to actually purchase a property and how to go about this entire process, I would say from my experience, it's the right decision I made. If I can talk about myself a few years ago, I was sitting on the sidelines, a lot of stress, a lot of nervousness, and not really knowing where our life is going and what decision to really make for this. And I can look at myself right now, and I am way more relaxed, more confident of my future in regards to the fact that we made the right decision and selected the right professional as well to make that decision. That's the way I see it for the future as well. I'll be honest with you guys. There is no doubt in my mind that I will be using Get Rare Properties again. When I'm going to purchase another property, I'm not going to look around anywhere else. I'm just going to give Rasti and Get Rare Properties a call because that is just my process now, to be really frank with you. I will 100% be using Get Rare Properties again, and I would like to continue investing. So I really recommend that everyone do use Get Rare Properties because they steered me in the right direction. And they made my life way more comfortable. And right now, as I mentioned before, it is literally passive income coming into my bank account. I don't need to raise a finger. If I could sum up Rasti from Get Rare Properties in a few important words, I can confidently say that attention to detail is like the number one priority. And the second thing is communication. A few words that I would like to actually say about Rasti. Rasti is a friend. That's number one. That's the main thing. And Rasti comes to us as a coach and as a partner in the entire process of purchasing property and making decisions on investment. I'll be honest with you, the decision that you helped us make, I would never have bought that house if it wasn't for you guys. I'll be honest, man. Totally.